What's going on, everybody? James here, redoptionagency.com. 21 years selling full-time on eBay, and welcome to the first episode of Found on Friday. So, what I decided to start doing is going out on Fridays, finding yard sales, hitting thrift stores, and looking for more of the higher dollar items, stuff to take my store to the next level. I've got storage areas filled with just common items and collectibles too when I get to them. But I just feel to take my store to the next level, I need more of those high dollar items, those maybe quick flips, things like that. So what I decided to do is every Friday go out and hit some yard sales, hit some thrift stores, see what I can find and bring that to you. Take you guys with me, show you what I find, and we can keep a running total every week of whether I'm in the negative, in the positive, how things are going money-wise, and give you an actual true dollar as to how much is being made on this merchandise. So the money what I'm going to do is take out the fees, take out the shipping, and keep the running total as like a pure profit running total. So this first episode, obviously we're going backwards, so we're $103.50 down, and I'll show you what I got at the end of the video. But what I want to do in the middle of the video is you're going to see some of the yard sales I go to, thrift stores I go to, some of the thrift stores footage, if it is within the videos. This one it will be. There's going to be silence because there's music playing, so I have to like mute the audio while I'm in the thrift store. But yard sales obviously not. And then at the end I'll come back and we'll go through what I actually bought. And there was a second thrift store, but my phone wasn't recording. I thought it was. So there's going to be stuff that you won't see in the video that I did pick up also. So after you watch the yard sale and the thrift store footage, we'll come back and see what I found. So let's go. How you doing?
Hi.
They're all size 10.
10, okay.
Most of them are.
All right.
The exception of the whites. I think those are 11s, but the old school stuff runs
Yeah.
small.
And you got 5 on those also?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so silly.
Got a few bags over here if you need,
Okay.
need to throw some stuff.
You have any music or video games or anything like that looking to sell?
No,
Yeah. Keeping those, huh?
not big.
Oh, you don't really have any?
Well, everything's
big.
so digital these days.
Yeah,
like,
right.
All the old stuff we.
That's 5, 10, 15,
Great.
and then 18 so far.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Sounds good.
You did the shoes? Ace high five. Cover the shoes.
We got one of those last.
You get a big girl bike for when you go on adventures.
I used to have one of those. But nice ones, so.
You can't drive.
10 and a half, 2. So, yeah. Just trying to decide if 10's worth it for me.
Yeah.
I tried to buy one of those tables, but I didn't. That's why I stopped. For you.
What? The RV? The truck?
I guess that's it. You have 2 ones by chance?
I do. Thank you.
Thanks.
You bet. Have a good one.
You too.
Guess what that yellow jacket thing is?
Thanks.
I didn't
Bye.
know that.
You
I didn't
too.
know I had to ask. I said, well, that would have been handy.
Hi. Hi, how are you? Doing good.
Oh yeah.
There's stuff in here too.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks. You too. All right, what's going on? All right, so a lot of my stuff that I'm going to be picking up, I'm not going to really be able to look up while I'm picking it up because my phone is actually doing the recording at the yard sales and the thrift stores. So I'm going to tell you why I picked it up, why I think it will sell for decent money, but we won't know. We won't even get into what, you'll be able to see what I listed as. I'm putting a store category in my store, readoptionagency.com. The first category is going to be called Found on Friday, and you can go into that category and see what I actually list the items for. Or if you see anything you're interested in, you want to buy it yourself, it's going to be pretty easy to find. But it's more about what it sells for. Everybody can say what they plan on making on an item, on a haul, or whatever. But what really matters is how much you do make. Because, I mean, if you think about it, you take offers just to move stuff quicker. So there's a lot of different variables onto, do you want to sit on it for a while and wait for the right buyer? You want to move it quick and make some quick money? So being that there's different variables, we're going to worry about the money we actually make on the item, not necessarily the money we are listing it for. That being said, so on future ones, we will go over, I'll have to figure out how to do it somehow, but we'll go over what items sold and actually how much they sold for. And we'll keep the running total of if it's profit or if we're still in the hole. I still want to keep this series as easy as possible when it comes to editing, so I don't want to really edit anything. It's going to be more of just splicing stuff together for me on my phone, because it does all the work for me after I just click what I want spliced. So the future episodes will be a little bit different than this one. Also too, while I'm out and I'm thinking about it, I want to try to get more creative with this video series, with maybe some B-roll. If you don't know what that is, just like maybe some driving scenes and just other little, I don't know, whatever scenes that I come across along the way. So we'll have some B-roll in the future and just make it a cool little series, and you're going to get real life stuff here. The neighbor dog's barking and Courtney coming out to answer. All right, so we're just going to get into this and see what I found. So at the 1 yard sale, I picked up some shoes. And the first pair I picked up were these Nike Blazers. So Nike Blazers, they have a following. That's why I like picking them up. They even have the old school tag on it. And this is a newer pair. Yeah. They repopped them to make them, because they just came back around again. So I personally love the Blazers, certain colorways anyway. So I picked up the white and black Blazer. I think I paid $5 for these. So we'll see what we get listed them for. But as I said, we spent $103.50. So we got those. Let me see. Another one I picked up at that yard sale were these Brooks, the Launch GT S8s. I'm not sure how old those are. If you can get newer ones, it says 21, so a couple years old. So not sure how much these will go for, but we'll see when I list them. And these sold, or I picked these up for $5 also. I'm just trying to think, maybe I could incorporate some footage on me listing also. It might be a problem, because I'd be doing a screen recording and I can't splice that with the phone. Never mind. I'm going to try to get more creative with these videos as time goes on. I'm going to use it as my creative outlet, along with finding higher dollar items, just the fun of the thrill and the hunt without going out and just buying bulk like I normally do. So something a little different. So next up was another pair of Brooks that I picked up at the yard sale. So these are Adrenaline 19s, and these are from 2019, so these are a little bit older, but $5 also on those. Normally on the, like some Brooks and Sauconys and stuff like that, I'll pay $5 when they're overall in great condition. I picked up a Blues banner, that's for me, so that one's not going to be for sale. And then I went back to the car, turned off the camera, and decided to go back into that 1 yard sale. There was a couple pairs of shoes that I was on the fence about because they wanted $10 a piece for them, and decided to go back and get them anyway. The first ones are, because they looked newer and they're not that used, so we've got these Nike Phantoms slip-on sneakers. Great condition. I mean, if you look at the inside there, I mean, no even wear on that swoosh. Bottoms look good. These came out in, I don't have my glasses on, 21. So these were released a couple of years ago, so not that old. So $10, I figured they were going to be worth it overall. Hopefully we'll get about $50 out of them, we'll see. Let's see. And then the other pair I went back and grabbed were the Air Force Ones. So, and they had the suede on the back, black leather. These were, the date on these are 20. But Air Force Ones are always big. They're in great condition. So hopefully we'll get another 40, 50 out of this one. So we will see what they actually sell for. I think that was all I got at that yard sale. And then the thrift store, first thrift store I went to, there wasn't much there. But what I ended up walking out with was a Billabong trucker hat. And then I got this Budweiser newsboy cap, but it's vintage, made in USA, but it doesn't say what it's made of. It seemed like it's like wool or something. So, and then it has the Budweiser embroidered on there, so it's a nicer hat. So those two hats and this next piece, I had a $5 reward at that thrift store, so I only paid $3.50 for those two hats. Basically got the hats free, and then this sports Sony Walkman right there with the headphones too. So I'll test this to make sure it works. So hopefully with it working, hopefully 50 plus, we'll see, since it is the sports one. So hopefully it's working. If it's working, that's going to be awesome. Even not working, I would say probably still 20 to 30 out of it for people to repair it, for parts of repair. So we'll see what we get out of that. And so that was all at that thrift store. So I hit the second yard sale and didn't find nothing there. And then I hit another thrift store, and where I thought I was recording but was not. So I got the most stuff there. So I'll show you. Did you see that? Did you see that? The shirts I paid $1 for. So I've got Shut Up and Fish. Fishing stuff always does good, but this is a kind of a vintage shirt, so that's why I picked that up. Oh, kind of why I picked those up. Well, the shoes I kind of explained, because of the years they were released. Any Sony Walkman is going to go for decent money, especially if you're only paying $3 for it. And the Billabong trucker hat and the vintage newsboy hat. But fishing shirt, vintage, for $1. The Fanatics Vegas Knights, they just won the Stanley Cup. Plus 4th of July is coming up. So that might be a quick flip. Of course, we got Christmas coming up. Always prepare for Christmas in the summertime. So we got Bob Ross Christmas. And all the shirts were $1 a piece. So that. I love nerds. Just a little simple shirt. Nothing major there. And what was this one? Oh. And pugs always seem to do well, move pretty quick. So pug Christmas shirt. And then After I found the shirt, I also found this, and I go, I could put these together. Pug life. So we got a little plush pug. If this ain't worth much, it's Doug the Pug. So if this is not worth much on its own, I'll just pair it with the shirt and have a little bonus gift there for Pug, for Doug the Pug. So next up, we've got this vintage Tigger. So from Sears. How many Sears are left nowadays, right? Any? So we got vintage Sears tags, so that's why I grabbed it. Gund brand, G-U-N-D. But yeah, love vintage plush. Then we got this cool one, this koala bear here. So the reason I grabbed this koala bear was it looked vintage, but the tag says kangaroo fur. So it's a kangaroo fur koala bear. Genuine kangaroo fur. Made in Australia itself, so. And it's kind of got a stiffness to him. So it's pretty cool. So had to get that. The next 3 items I will put together if they're not worth much separate. Hopefully they're worth good separate, but these had just been brought out, so I just nabbed them, and they are the Baby Yoda things. So we got that one, we got that one, and we've got the big boy. So, what are they, like Plushimals? Squishmallows, or at least that one's a Squishmallow. This one just says Mattel Star Wars, and the tag's missing on that one. So if they're not worth much individually, they'll go good as a lot. So next up at that store, I only got one hat, but it's a vintage one, and I usually do pretty well with AT&T hats, vintage ones. So AT&T salutes the military, so pretty clean logo. So I figured that would probably move pretty well. Here they go again. Next up there. Okay, dogs. I got these Pure Connect. Courtney. Pure Connect Brooks. And these look newer, so I grabbed these. Let's see. No date on them, so I'm not sure, but hopefully they'll be, they're a little bit different with the lacing. So I figured they were made specifically for running. So they're called Pure Connect, so we'll see what those go for. The shoes were $5 a piece. Don't know what I paid for the plush. Probably like $1.50, $1.25, somewhere in there for the plush. $1 to $1.50, we'll just say. Next up on the shoes, I found 2 pairs of these, and I always grab these when I find them. And these are the Apex walking shoes with the Velcro straps for older, bigger people. Normally buy these to walk in. They're supposedly very comfortable. You can see that padding and stuff in there. So I paid $5 or $6 a piece for these. And in the past, they've sold for $40, $50. So we'll see what they go for there. And then the second pair, a little bit more sportier look to them, but still have that big old cushion in and no wear whatsoever on those things. So hopefully we'll get $40, $50 out of those or so. Next up, I bought this. I always go for the inflatables when they're name brand, and especially when it's new. So I open it up and everything's still perfectly in the packaging. I think this was like $3.50. So, and then we got 2 pieces left. First up, we'll go with this Revell F15E Strike Eagle model. Brand new. None of the pack's been open. All the decals are still in there. in its packaging and stuff. So brand new without the original seal, but sealed on the inside. So hopefully that'll bring some good money. And then the last one is new and sealed Lego. How often do you find new sealed Lego in the thrift store? So that was a good find right there. I didn't look it up, so hopefully it's good money. The sticker on it was $10, so I paid $10 for it. So hopefully it's worth at least a good $50. We'll see. But anyway, so that is week 1 with the pickups, and we'll try to do this every Friday and see what I find, and then we'll see what has sold by next Friday. And of course, you can always watch my daily shipping videos and see if you see any of these items come through those. So, all right. Hopefully this will blossom into something, get a little bit more creative with it, and see where it goes. I'm definitely going to have fun with it. So, all right. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Later.